everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Mills. I am a certified health coach and I help people like you heal your eczema naturally. So today we are talking about why you have eczema. So as you guys may or may not know, I've actually healed my own eczema. I have had it off and on my whole life. I had it as a baby, went away, came back as a kid, went away, came back as a middle schooler, went away, and then as a young adult, it came back and it took over my arms. So I'm going to insert a photo here to show you guys what it used to look like. It made me absolutely miserable. So I ended up doing a lot of research, figuring out how to heal it. I developed my own diet to heal it, healed it. It took about 6 months total, but it went from severe eczema, so like stage 1 to stage 2 in about 2 months, which is pretty fast. So that's my story, and I want to explain to you guys why you might have eczema, because a lot of people think, well, you know, I used to do all these bad things, like I used to smoke and drink, and I never had eczema, and then once I tried to be healthy, that's when my eczema showed up. Yeah, so that's common. Another thing that can happen is, so for me, the last flare-up I had was because I am an emotional eater, and I had gone through a lot of things. I moved, I had relationship issues, all this sort of things went on in my life, and I ended up eating like trash. I was eating Ben & Jerry's every single week, like a whole pint of ice cream weekly. I was eating bagels and cream cheese and cheese, brie cheese, all sorts of things that you guys know not to have. So if you're new to my channel, there are 5 things that you should avoid when you're eating for eczema. So I use the acronym FREDG, F-R-E-D-G, and that stands for fried foods, refined sugar, eggs, dairy, gluten. Well, I was eating all of those things. So, you know, I saw a flare up on my skin and I was like, oh no, let me eat healthy. Let me figure out what I have to do. So I ended up getting on a healthy diet where I was eating eggs. I was eating a lot of berries, a lot of like, you know, fruits, vegetables, but a lot of eggs. And I had no idea that what I was doing actually makes eczema worse. I was eating a lot of red grapes. That's something you should avoid when you have eczema. And it was just a huge mess. And so I guess everyone kind of wonders, like, why all of a sudden do things like this occur? So going through the stages, if you're a baby, or if you were a baby when you had eczema, it's likely that you came in contact with lactose or gluten or both or eggs, and your body had leaky gut, even that little, and you had immune system issues. Moving on from there, when I was in middle school, I very much know why I had eczema. I was eating so many horrible things like Hershey's chocolate bars, chicken nuggets from McDonald's, bunch of bread and gluten and pasta and processed hot dogs. And so then, you know, it goes away, comes back. I think my whole life I kind of always had a patch or two, except for now. For example, like the backs of my knees would always have a dry patch, or like right here on my arm I would have a dry patch. And so I want you guys to understand that the reason you have eczema isn't because of one specific thing. It is from a systemic buildup of toxins in your body. So for example, I am pretty sure some of the reasons why I had eczema as a child is because I was born a C-section baby, meaning I had to be cut out of my mother's womb. And the reason I say that is because as opposed to the natural version, when you're born through C-section, you're not getting vital bacteria that comes from a natural birth. So natural births, that baby is getting so much good bacteria. C-section, the skin of your mother has a lot different bacteria and a lot less bacteria. So you're actually not being exposed to good bacteria. So your body doesn't grow having all this good fighter bacteria in it. So not only that, but when I was a lot younger, my parents were very clean. We kind of grew up in this era of the bubble child, where everything had to be clean. You had to use hand sanitizer all the time. Well, that actually does the opposite as well. It messes up your immune system because you don't have a solid base of good bacteria to help you out. And that's why I highly encourage everyone to be taking probiotics. They really helped me, they help your immune system. And so another common thing that people will have when they have eczema, allergies, asthma, I had allergies. It's very common for you guys to also get sick all the time. And this is a very good sign that you have leaky gut. If you're the type of person that gets sick almost every month or more than 5 times a year, it's very likely you have leaky gut. And this is just because your immune system can't act in the way it's supposed to fight off foreign things. So with that being said, what types of toxic buildup can happen to you? Your water might not be clean. You may need a filter for your water. There's plenty of chemicals and plenty of toxins in there. You may have been using toxic makeup for years and years and years. You could be using too much hand sanitizer. You've been using Lysol in your homes. You've been using like super mega bleach everything, make everything too clean. You might have an alcohol problem where you've consumed too much alcohol in your life. You may have consumed or done too many drugs. Another thing is you might have too much stress in your life. You might have gone to school, college was really stressful, you're in college right now, you're really stressed out, you're taking a lot of tests, your family life isn't great, your relationships aren't great, there's a lot of stress in your life. So now you guys are starting to understand that there is a huge range of toxic buildup that happens in your body. So when you wonder, well, why does my eczema come up out of nowhere? It's not out of nowhere. It's systemic damage that you do to your body. And I think that's really important for everyone to understand. So it's not just, let me change my diet and avoid gluten and everything will be fine. It's like you have to take the steps to make everything in your life better, create a lifestyle for healthy skin, healthy living, and you're avoiding carcinogens, meaning you're avoiding things that cause cancer, and you're really transforming your life. And I want to let you guys know that in a couple of weeks, I'm releasing an ebook called Eczema Healing Lifestyle Transformation. And this ebook will go through every aspect of your life and advise you and give recommendations how you can shift it to avoid eczema, from social life to how to bathe, everything. And so I think it's going to be around $25, and if you want to be put on the wait list, just give me a comment with your email down below and I'll put you on the list. Basically, the list is just for you to know right when it releases. I will also probably send out an update just letting you guys know how many more weeks left I'll take writing this. So just a little thing for you guys to look out for, but just know that it's okay you have eczema. We live in a society full of stress, a society full of so many toxins, all of this processed food, all of these like antibiotics, taking a lot of medications, taking antacids like Tums, like those little chalky things you take when you have indigestion, taking allergy medicine, birth control. It's like it comes from so many sides. And the more you start to shift your lifestyle in a positive direction, the less likely you are to have eczema and the easier it is to heal. So that is why you have eczema. There's nothing wrong with you. It's perfectly fine. Just know that other people will show signs of toxic buildup in other ways. So don't feel like, why me? Be like, I'm lucky, I have eczema and now I can shift everything and I can see right now that there's a problem instead of years down the line where you end up with cancer or heart disease, stroke, dementia. So just know that all of these things will propagate in some way. So changing your lifestyle prevents disease later in life. And I know this is difficult, and I know it's such a hard thing to try to go through and figure out. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm a health coach. That's why I'm becoming a registered dietitian, because I want to help you guys make those massive transformations where you clean up your life and start healing your skin. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. It's super helpful. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Crashing waves, I wanna see them at first light.